Why did God send the flood? Dear brothers and friends, today we gather to reflect on a crucial question in biblical history. Why did God send the flood? This question leads us to delve into the nature of Jehovah's justice and mercy, as well as his desire to purify and redeem humanity. As we explore this question, we will consider the teachings of the Scriptures and the involvement of Jehovah and Jesus, seeking a clear and uplifting understanding. The account of the flood is found in the book of Genesis, chapters 6 to 9. To understand why Jehovah decided to send a flood, we must examine the context in which these events occurred. In Genesis 6, verses 5 to 6, we read, "The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled." This passage reveals that humanity had become deeply corrupt, with wickedness and violence spreading throughout the earth. The severity of the situation is further described in Genesis 6:11 to 12. "Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight, and was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on earth had corrupted their ways." The corruption and violence were so widespread that the earth itself was polluted by humanity's sin. This state of rampant evil was incompatible with Jehovah's purpose for his creation, and his justice demanded a response. Jehovah, in his justice, decided to purify the earth through the flood. In Genesis 6:13 we are told, "So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth." The flood was a drastic but necessary measure to eradicate the evil that had corrupted the earth. However, this decision was not taken lightly. Jehovah's grief and regret over humanity's condition reflect his deep love for his creation, and his desire to restore it to its original state of goodness and purity. In the midst of this widespread corruption, Noah found favor in the eyes of Jehovah. In Genesis 6, verse 8 to 9, we read, "But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord." This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Noah stood out for his righteousness and integrity, and Jehovah decided to save him and his family as a remnant to repopulate the earth after the flood. The choice of Noah underscores the importance of righteousness and faithfulness in our relationship with Jehovah. Jehovah instructed Noah to build an ark and preserve his family and a remnant of each species of animals. In Genesis 6:14 to 17, we read, "So make yourself an ark of cypress wood, make rooms in it, and coat it with pitch inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening 1 cubit high all around. Put a door in the side of the ark and make lower, middle, and upper decks. I am going to bring flood waters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish." Noah faithfully obeyed these instructions, demonstrating his trust in Jehovah and his willingness to follow his commands. Jehovah's involvement in this story is fundamental. The flood is an expression of Jehovah's righteous judgment on humanity's wickedness, but it is also an act of mercy and redemption, preserving Noah and his family for a new beginning. In Genesis 9:11 to 13, Jehovah establishes a covenant with Noah and his descendants, promising never again to destroy the earth with a flood. "I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be destroyed by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth." And God said, "This is the sign of the covenant I am making between me and you and every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth." The rainbow becomes a visible reminder of Jehovah's promise. Jesus, in his ministry, also referred to Noah's flood as a real historical event and a spiritual warning. In Matthew 24:37-39, Jesus says, "As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, up to the day Noah entered the ark, and they knew nothing about what would happen until the flood came and took them all away. That is how it will be at the coming of the Son of Man." Jesus uses the flood as a parallel to his second coming, emphasizing the importance of being prepared and living according to Jehovah's will. The congregation plays a vital role in remembering and teaching the lessons of Noah's flood. By gathering to study the Bible, pray, and worship together, we strengthen our faith and understanding of Jehovah and Jesus' teachings. In Hebrews 10:24-25, we are exhorted, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching." The congregation is a place where we can learn and grow together, seeking Jehovah's guidance in all our decisions. Applying the teachings of Noah's flood in our daily lives means living with a constant awareness of Jehovah's justice and mercy. Practicing daily devotion and meditating on the scriptures allows us to deepen our relationship with Jehovah and Jesus and live according to their teachings. We should strive to be righteous and faithful like Noah, trusting that Jehovah will guide and protect us in all circumstances. In conclusion, Jehovah sent the flood to eradicate the wickedness and corruption that had saturated the earth, preserving Noah and his family as a righteous remnant. Through this story, we learn about Jehovah's justice, his judgment on wickedness, and his mercy in preserving the righteous. Jesus reaffirms the historicity of the flood and calls us to be prepared for his return. May this reflection inspire us to live with active faith and deep love for Jehovah and Jesus, trusting in their guidance and protection, and anticipating with hope the promise of their eternal kingdom. Amen.